I feel like doing anything for that long is really, really tough. You know what I mean? And being consistent and doing it. And like, I love that you're always having new people. I love how you're always, you know, coming out with new material and shorts and things like that. And like, you know, and I like how you keep getting more and more interesting people. It's making me so incredibly happy for you, dude. And I just wanted to see more and more and more. And I'm waiting for your like viral moment to hit where something happens or like you get that one clip that just like bam, you know, lightning, and then you start having like, you know, A-listers coming over and doing it with you, you know?
Yeah,
I know it's going to get there.
Yeah, well, thank you for the kind words. I feel like you're always very supportive of what I'm doing, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, for real.
But no, it is hard staying consistent with stuff. Like for me, I think I have like an addictive personality. Like my girl always says, she's like, I'm like a creature of comfort. So like once I like something, I just continue to do it. Like she put me on the pho earlier this year, like the Vietnamese food. And I just get that shit like every week now. I went and got some earlier.
Oh my God,
she's been eating it like her
that.
whole life. Her dad put her on with it when she was like in middle school. So she's been eating it. I just got hip to it. So I love it. I eat it all the time.
Do you have a place?
Yeah, actually, so I'm kind of like a pho connoisseur. I went to like 7-8 different places, like in Newport News, Hampton, across the water. It's a spot called Pho 83 on Pilot House in Newport News. The best broth. I just get like, honestly, I just get the chicken pho.
Oh.
And I don't even put any sauces in it. I just put a little bit of jalapenos in mine. But once I like something, I just kind of do it all the time. That's why I never tried coke. So I never tried any hard drugs. I'll probably like it and like get addicted.
Right.
But similar with the pod, like, so I enjoy doing it, and it just kind of just became part of my life. And like I said, this is about to be our 6th year. So now it just feels like this is my life. Honestly, like I can't even remember my life before this. Like it just feels like this is all I've ever done.
And I think that's also comfortable when you look at your calendar and you're like, okay, like I'm doing a pod on this day, I'm doing a pod on that day, like you're meeting with me, like you know what you're doing. You can schedule your life around the things that you're doing. And when I was doing my podcast, you know, I would like try and fill up all these dates, and it would be like this game I would play where I would look at the calendar and be like, okay, I got this guy on that day, and I got this guy on the other day. And then it's like, not only is it a sense of accomplishment, but then it's like the month goes by really fast because you're like, I'm doing this on that day, I'm doing this on this day. And it's like having like, you know, a set standard of what you're doing. I think it makes it your life more enjoyable. Like, for example, whenever like my band, when we practice, I'm always like, okay, we have to have like do it the same time every single week. That way it's easier to like plan your life around what you're doing as opposed to like moving it around all the time.
Yeah.
And so you know, I think it's so cool, dude. So tell me more, dude. Tell me about what the year before that I was on here, and now it's been a year later that you're doing this lovely podcast. I want you to talk to me a little bit more about like what you've learned in the past year, what you like, what you don't like. Is there anything that like, or maybe equipment, maybe like the type of microphone, or like, you know, when you're having guests, like different things, like is there any way that like you're changing or learning?
I'll be honest, this past year, it has been our most successful year as far as numbers wise. We've been getting a lot more recognition. I want to say we hit over like 2-3 million views on YouTube.
Let's go,
we hit
dude.
over like 2 or 3 million views on Instagram. We had
There was a time that something happened. You had a funny skit that.
Well, the thing that so 2.7 on YouTube. But
let's go, dude.
Well, we had a big moment this year. One of our bigger moments was when I went to Bosnia over the summer. I came back, and like the very first thing we put up when I got back from Bosnia was this video, just me. It was like a news segment where I didn't even have a guest. I was just kind of just talking. And we were talking about these missing kids that were like, did you see those posts that was going around about the missing kids?
I remember. And I like that you're doing that. I like how you're inserting yourself in like regional, local news. I think it's awesome.
Well, about that. So I made that post, and that was probably like one of our bigger posts ever on Instagram. That one also go up a little bit, show a Newport News one right there. That was one of our biggest posts on Instagram. I just made this random.
Oh my God, I remember that. And then people were like, where in Newport News is this?
Yeah.
And I'm like.
So that was a big one. So we had a few of these like little moments. But actually, just to finish the point on the missing kids, apparently it was kind of weird. So like some people were like, yo, why are you why are you lying? That's not the case. You're trying to fearmonger people. And the thing is, these kids were actually missing. It's just that some of them were considered runaways, not like kidnapped. And then also like from the news's reporting of it, they were saying they were trying to make it seem like it wasn't a big deal because it was actually a few kids less missing than the year prior. So I'm like, what does that really matter? If there's 100 kids missing last year and 97 missing this year, like, is that, like, you know what I'm saying? That's not better. It's the same thing. So I don't know. That was weird.
Like a trafficking area.
Yeah, so that was happening. And at the same time, remember people were talking about the ice cream trucks? They were saying that kids were getting kidnapped by these ice cream truck drivers. So that was weird. But as far as, honestly, bro, what I've learned this year, I don't know. I don't really know if I've learned anything more this year than like, because we're, like I said, this was like a year 5. So it's not like I'm just getting into podcasting.
Yeah.
The main thing that I've been, I guess, learning is balancing my creative life with my personal life. And having a girlfriend has helped me a lot with that. I've spoke about that on the pod before, but before I had a girlfriend, like my mind was just constantly thinking about like, what can I do to make my brand bigger? And it was like unhealthy to a point where like I wasn't really enjoying myself outside of the show. I'm like either doing the show, editing the show, or like brainstorming shit. And then like I'm overthinking stuff like, yo, what am I doing wrong? Like, what could I be doing better? And that was becoming unhealthy, I feel. So like getting a girlfriend allowed me to find that balance, like actually enjoy my life outside of the show. So that was cool.
Have another focus, you know, and when you have one singular thing, it like means everything to you. And so when that's what's going on and you know, every day you're looking at numbers and you're looking at like, oh, what are people saying to what I'm doing and things like that, it can get really, really weird. And then, you know, I like how when you have another thing that you're doing, you're like, okay, I think that the goal should be that you keep doing it, whatever that looks like. And it's easy to get burnt out and then just be like, oh, I'm not, you know, hitting what I expect, you know, and, you know, then like you stop. And even if you get quote unquote popular and, you know, get bigger numbers and stuff, that doesn't mean that you're going to keep doing it in another, you know, 5 years.
You could fall out of love with it.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, and I think that like focusing on making a universe, like what you're doing, like I look at it not even like as a podcast. I look at what you do as like making a whole world of like connections with people, but also like funny skits that you're doing, and it's all being like a whole thing. You know, it's all being like a whole thing, and I think that that's more important than like each individual show is like getting people on board with like to step into your world and step into like what you're experiencing. And like you said, even talking about something that's not like a normal podcast thing, I think that that's, you know, resonating more with people. And I like that you're continuing to do that. Like I said, I like when a local news thing happens and then you're either like lampooning it or you're talking about something, you know, that's, you know, funny, or even just being serious about it and shedding a light on what's going on. I think it's, you know, just a way to like expand, you know, the Off-World podcast, you know, cinematic multiverse. You know what I mean?
I like that outlook you have on it. I think about it like that too, like world building.
Yeah.
We're building a world of just, it's like all these different creatives out here. Like I always say, Off-World is bigger than any one guest, any one interview. You know what I mean? So I feel that way about it too. And but it's funny how as time goes on and like more and more things are viral. Like I remember when I was in like middle school, high school, it was like one viral thing happened a year, if that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
it was very like minimal viral.
It was like, oh, Michael Jackson took out his ribs so he can give himself a blowjob. There, that's like the viral thing.
Like the
you know what I mean?
remember the Unforgivable?
Yeah. Oh my God.
That was like the first ever.
Oh my God. Everyone was quoting it.
Yeah. You know? So like, but like as time goes on, so we're in 2025 now. It's like it's like a new viral thing every 5 minutes.
The lightning storm is way more hits.
Things, but also it like depreciates the value of going viral.
Yeah.
There's so many viral things. So now in a world where all this is going on, it's kind of getting back to the local, right? Like being popular and like in your local area is important again. Like brands like that. Brands love micro influencers now. They don't really care. Like it'll be cool for them if Kai Cenat fucking shouts out their brand. He's like the biggest thing out. But it's like he has an expensive price tag attached to him. So instead of paying Kai Cenat, why don't you just you could probably pay one micro, you could with the price you'll pay Kais and that, you could probably pay like 5 micro influencers in every state and have the same reach. Like micro influencers are important now. Like being popular in your local area, talking about what's going there, being like a important voice to what's going on in your scene. I think is more important now than it was like 5 years ago.
And also, definitely. And one thing that I want to add to that too, dude, is like, I've been seeing that people like they get paid to like if you have like a product, right? And you want someone to talk about it, there's like people that they have like a really nice studio and it looks really, really cleanly edited with like a $5,000 camera and it looks like a professional person that's shouting it out. But then there's other people, and I forget, there's like a name for it where it's like regular people just opening it and looking like a regular person talking about it. And they get paid a lot too, because it looks jarring to like have something that looks like so clean and pristine talking about like your product, where if it's just like a mom that's at home and in between, you know, taking her kids to school, she opens up this lemon drink and talks about it, and people are paying for that because people like looking at something that they can relate to, and they don't want always like the food influencers that's like run, don't walk, and come with me to the new biggest thing. Like it's passing, and people want to go back to like being normal and being like genuine and authentic, and not like, you know, being like that huge guy that you're talking about, you know, people like that.
Well, also sometimes those super like produced things can feel like it's just a paid actor. But that mom that's just at her house on her phone making the video, it feels more organic, right?
Because it is.
It is, because it is. And also it's like I found that overproduced content doesn't perform well on social media. For the most part. It can be, you know, little things here and there, but for the most part, it's like authentic, more like raw, like just like filmed stuff. And I think that's because they want to keep the bar low on social media. So if you think about Instagram, their business depends on you like surfing their app, creating content on their app, right? So if the bar is too high, regular people just wouldn't even try. If all the content you scroll on your feed was just super produced things that cost $1 million to make, you as a regular person with a fucking phone, like you're like, bro, I'm not even gonna try because I have no chance to compete with this super produced stuff. So they keep it raw footage, like as simple as it could be. So you feel as a creator or like somebody that's could potentially be a creator, like you feel like you can have a shot at making it on that platform.
You see it all the time, dude. You'll look and it'll be like a grainy photo of like some kid just looking at his camera and saying something stupid for like 9 seconds. And it's got jillions of views.
Yeah.
And actually, it's really funny that we're talking about going viral because my wife's brother is going viral right now.
For what?
He has a video where literally it's like 9 seconds or 10 seconds of him on a skateboard doing a slow motion kickflip while on a treadmill.
Yeah.
And with like Taking Back Sunday. Have you seen
that,
it?
Kieran?
Yeah, they were saying he was holding on, and then now he does it without. So that's my wife's brother.
Can we pull it up? Can we see that?
Yeah, pull it up.
Well, actually, so wait, go ahead.
What's his
name? So while he pulls that up, I guess for people that haven't seen our first episode, you are a recording artist now and a DJ.
Yeah.
Here you live in Norfolk, right?
Yeah.
So around the time of our first episode, which was last year, you sent me a DM. This was before we met.
Yeah.
And you were like, bro, like, come out to my show. I have this show happening. I was like, I'll just go see what's up. So me and my girl pulled up. This right here?
Yeah, that's it.
That's a clean kickflip, though.
No, that's not the viral post, though.
There's a different one?
There's one that's like actual. No. Okay, that's a guy reacting to it. That's how viral it is. It's so funny. Look up action_B is the name of it, because it's like Action Bastard. That's
action_B.
Yeah, that's the guy. Okay, yeah.
Let's see this viral kickflip.
Yeah. That's it.
That's a clean kickflip, though.
Yeah, and I just had dinner with him yesterday, and the whole thing we were talking about, because he's been trying for like 8 or 9 years. He basically has this whole thing where it's like older guys can still skate because he's in his 40s. And he's also, you know, and so like we were talking, we're like, what do you do now? So now that you have that viral moment, like, what's next? Because most people, they're just trying to get that viral moment. And now they have a viral moment. How do you leverage it? How do you keep it going? Like, what exactly is the plan here?
The thing is, with this viral moment, I don't want to put any doubt on his career, but that doesn't really mean much.
Exactly. It's just a thing that people look, but then it's like,
but
for
he could continue to make cool content and continue to. Now, what would the ideal thing for him to be would be to keep making cool content and his numbers keep staying up. Then he could build a brand. One off piece of viral content doesn't really do much.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
I totally agree with you.
But also on the older skaters, a lot of them older legends are still skating, bro. Fucking P-Rod. I don't even know. A lot of them are in their 40s still going crazy. But I guess so you invited me to the show. This was last year. Me and my girl pull up, and it was like everybody's dressed in cosplay.
Yeah.
You're on stage.
Yeah.
You're going crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, it felt cool to me because being someone that's involved with a lot of different pockets in our scene, the cosplay scene was one that I haven't been introduced to yet.
Right.
So that was a new thing for me.
And that was a main topic that we talked about last year.
That was a cool experience for me, a new experience. And I was like, yo, this guy, first of all, two takeaways I had from that was yo, these people here are actually just having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'll go to some events and it just feels like people are being bougie or
right.
trying to be super cool and shit. But I'm like, yo, these people are really enjoying themselves. They love this. And I'm like, yo, you are actually a poppin' DJ in the city.
Thank you.
For, you know what I'm saying, what you do. So we had you on, we had the whole conversation. We talked about your life, everything that you had going on, how you used to be a moderator, I think, on some weed forum website back in the day.
Yeah.
You mentioned you had a podcast that you stopped doing.
Yeah.
This was over a year, and you said you were going to start your podcast, and you still haven't.
I know, and I need to. I want to get it going. I just know that the way that I am about things, I can't just. It's like a switch. I can't just be I'm going to casually do this. If I start doing it. Editing videos every day, filling up my schedule with people, working my hardest to make it a thing. But I want to do it. So I promise here on the Off-World podcast right now that in the next 3 months, so by March 2026, I will work with you to get a date that you're coming over and I'm feeding you pizza and we talk about music and you're being on my podcast.
I'm excited. Let's do it.
Because it's really inspiring. And that's another thing. I was actually on the phone with my wife on the way here and I was just telling her, she's like, oh, didn't you do it last year? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, how long has he been doing it? I'm like, he's been doing it for years. And she's like, why don't you do it? And I'm like,
good question.
I don't know. Why am I not doing it?
Why doesn't he do it? I don't know. Tell people, I guess, the format of your show. When you were doing your show, what was it?
Thank you, dude. So basically, it's interesting people listening to interesting music and talking about it. So what I do is that, let's say I'm having you on. So what I would do is I would look up people that are your peers. So maybe really interesting people that have been on your show before or other podcasters that I'll see that you've been on their show and I'll get them to recommend a song for us to listen to. So we'll listen to a curated playlist of music that they recommend for you. And then I'll get why they recommend it. So it'll be okay, this first song is this person, and here's the song, and they said they wanted you to listen to it because of this. So then we listen to the song, and then we talk about it. And then that's basically what the show is.
Okay.
So usually I'm having music people, anyone interesting, and I'll have a drummer on, and then I'll have 5 other drummers from other bands that they recommend music from other people. You can't recommend your own music. And then we all listen to it and we talk about it, basically. And then I have audience listen to too. So one thing I'll do is I'll reach out to your audience and I'll say, what do you want him to listen to? And then audience member will give us a song and then we'll listen to someone from your audience that they want to, So that's the show.
I think it's a cool concept, but you definitely can't monetize that on YouTube.
Yeah, I haven't been able to monetize it.
Because the copyrighted music.
Yeah, so they let me keep it on, but I can't make money on it for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's ever going to be like that. But how I have, been earning any kind of money and where I see that any money could come from is that I've been working with events so for example, Bonnaroo, it's one of the biggest music festivals in the world. I had the co-founder on my show. And what we did was that we listened to 6 songs from from bands that were playing at Bonnaroo this year. And it was a way for him to say, here's this band, here's why I chose them to play, here's why you should be excited to listen to, here's what this band means to me. And it's a way for him to connect with his audience, and a way that we can help promote his event, and the people that are playing. And so that's basically, if I'm like wanting to make money and go that route, that's the game I would play, is like using it as a platform for people that do events to, promote what they're doing, basically.
That, or, I mean, instead of making the YouTube money from it, you could still get like brand partnerships and sponsors.
Yeah.
That would
things
still
like
work.
that.
So if it takes off, you can still make money with it.
Sponsored by Marlboro.
Sponsored by Marlboro. Oh yeah, that's a kind of a thing that's happened to me this year too. I'm almost done smoking cigarettes.
Let's go. Almost done.
Almost done. I'm transitioning to.
Is that a big pile of
Alps? Yes. So I'm on Alps now. Karen put me on with them.
Is that like Zyn?
It's way better though.
Okay.
Usually Zyns, people use them rectally. This is more like an oral thing.
Really? Are you fucking with me?
Dead ass. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke that people say about
it. I knew everyone, that's doing Zins. There's just something about them. So I knew it.
Bro, I was at a point where I was smoking like 30 cigarettes a day. Now I'm down to like 5. Down to like 5, 6 a day. I'm transitioning. I'm about to stop all the way.
You have to try.
So once
to
I do that, I'll be very proud of myself.
You have to try. I bet your girlfriend is a big part of that, right?
I'll be honest, no.
Like
she didn't really push me to quit smoking cigarettes. It was really Kieran. Like, he found out about these things and he told me about them. And I just tried them, and like, bro, like, I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 13 years old. So like, I've been through I've tried to quit with vapes. I've tried to like quit cold turkey.
You don't smoke weed, right?
I smoke weed. Oh. We have a weed sponsor for the show. Shout out to Grow Club.
Let's go.
But like, nothing ever cured my cigarette cravings but this. Literally.
So you put it in your gum
right
teeth,
and put it in your gum somewhere.
And you don't spit, right?
You don't have to spit.
Thing.
You can swallow it. Pause. And I stand by these. These things work, bro. I haven't tried all nicotine pouches. Alps, these things fucking work. As a person that's been smoking cigarettes for so long, it's the wave. So that's happened. Yeah. So we're talking about your show. You said give you a 3-month window.
In March.
So we'll see about that.
I'm going to do it.
You guys have been doing big things with TIARA and His Precious Gemstones this year. I think you guys dropped 2 singles.
Yeah.
You've been going kind of around the fucking world and touring. You went to Japan, DC. I wrote it down. You went to like Baltimore. You did a bunch of shows.
Bunch of shows.
What's it been like touring around and dropping music with the Gemstones this year?
It's been it wasn't basically what the project was originally. Was supposed to be taking this genre of music that no one knows about and like personifying it in like an on-stage exaggeration.
Well, what is the genre?
Okay, it's called future funk music. And so what future funk music is basically like French house. So it's like Daft Punk, but with like more bubblegum pop sentimentality, if you will. And it's and also like the visuals is very, very, very distinct visuals that looks like anime, like Sailor Moon and things like that. And so I never wanted to basically write it was all it was me like making a DJ set and then dancing with the girls to this DJ set, and then that's all it ever was. But then, we started writing our own music, and I'm doing remixes and stuff like that, and it started getting bigger. Like, before I was on your show, my big show coming up was playing at NecoCon, which we talked about, which was a big anime convention, which was crazy awesome. And then
did you do it?
Yeah. And so then we basically like 3 months later played at this really big event called Super Mag Fest. We played on the main stage and it was sold out. It was 30,000 people at this event. And we headlined the main stage. Can you fucking believe that?
That was your biggest show?
Yeah, that's the biggest show I've ever done in my whole life, period. And then ever since that happened, I got, actually now I have 2 managers. I got a really cool manager. I have another one that, they're working together now, and we have our own music and things like that. And it's been really, really amazing. And I'm working really hard to do it. And traveling around, it's cool. I get to do it with my wife. She's in my band, which is really, really fun. But it's just the fact that, like, this project was just a fantasy. And it was something that I would never talk to people about. It sounded like the ramblings of a crazy person, to have, being a DJ, and you have these two girls that like they have choreographed, dancing, and they wear matching outfits with like custom Nikes. And, I
didn't know you guys had custom Nikes.
Yeah, custom Nikes with their names on it. And my name on it like that. Yeah. It's part of like the look, and I never thought, like when I would talk to people, I remember like I would have this idea and like I would go to my friend and it would be like telling someone about a dream you had where you're like, bro, I had this weird dream. And then you just kind of go like, cool. And then that's the end. So I remember one or two of my friends was like, yo, I had this idea. Like I want to call myself Tiara and like I want to do this thing. And they'd be like, cool. And then that was the end of that conversation. Like, what else are you going to say to that? It's the ramblings of a madman. And, to be able to do it, when people care and people come out and, I'm stepping on stage and there's hundreds of people there and they're all excited to see me. I want to announce this also on your podcast. I'm headlining the Norva on Valentine's Day.
What's going on there?
Basically, we're going to headline it. I got 2 opening DJs. It's a 1,400 person venue. It's like Rolling Stone #1 indoor venue in the world.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
The Norva?
Voted by Rolling Stone.
What?
And one of the reasons is because of the crazy backstage. So it used to be a gym. So when you go backstage, not only they have this big catering room and they have this big game room that has like, pool and foosball and things like that, but there's also like a basketball court and the hot tub in there. And the hot tub's famous.
Yes, Wiz Khalifa's, we were talking about it on the show recently, Wiz Khalifa's How to Roll a Joint video was done there.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know
pull
that.
that up real quick, Aaron. We talked about this on the pod recently.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the Rolling Stones named that the #1
Yeah, Rolling Stone magazine.
Venue.
Yeah.
That's
#1
really
indoor
fire.
venue in the United States.
So is this a Wiz video? So Wiz Khalifa dropped a video. This was like when I was in high school.
Got
bro.
that 2FA.
This is a while ago, and so basically he made a video on like how to roll a joint, and it was in the Norva's hot tub.
Nice.
And I didn't know that till like 2 years ago, and this video came out like fucking 15 years ago.
Yeah. I've been lucky enough with my band. I've played there 13 times. But I never played it as TIARA, and I certainly never headlined.
So this is your event then?
Yeah.
You're putting it together.
Well, actually, it's a really cool thing. Basically, what it is that, the Norva's a Live Nation venue. And so when you have dates that are coming up that, it's like 3 months before the date. And that means that like big, national rock bands, they're passing on that date. And so then you have this big date and like you don't know what to do with it. And so they have these guys that throw themed parties. And so it's one of those like themed parties where, they are literally giving me a sandbox to play. Because right now, Selmir, if you called the Norva and you're like, yo, I want to headline the Norva, I want to book your room. For a weekend, it's like $7,500 is basically how much it is. And so the math is that if you charge $22 a ticket and they take 40% of that, you have to sell like 450 tickets to break even, basically. And
but
so
it's 1,400 capacity though.
Yeah, but
so if you sell out, then you're still making a good amount of money.
You're making a lot of money. So this guy, found out who we are and said, we have this date that we want to do this. It's on Valentine's Day. And basically, here's the keys. I'm going to pay for the Norva to open and I'm going to do the promotion. And all you need to do is show up and play. And so that's what we're doing. So I'm blessed I'm able to do it. But
what is the theme for the event?
Anime rave.
Well,
so that's
perfect.
Exactly. Perfect for me. So it's an anime rave and there's going to be cosplay contests and things like that.
So they're paying you. He's paying you guys to go.
Yeah, to do it. Yeah. And so really, really excited because then that means I get to play, but I don't have the huge crushing stress of, how am I going to fill, a quarter of this room and things like that. And this is like the 5th party that this guy's done there. And they've all done really well, at least 800-900 people. And this is like a much more broad, like he usually does like K-pop, like K-pop Demon Hunters is like the parties that he does all across the country. So this one, it's a much more broad thing. So hopefully more people will come. And so that's basically what I'm doing.
Bro, tell him if he's down to hire some, like outsource some people for like promo. Hit me up. We can do like some skits or something.
Oh my God. Yeah. Cool. I think that's a cool idea. And one thing I wanted to talk to you about too is.
My bad to cut you off. Is this it right here?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Cosmic Anime Rave,
Yeah,
February 14th. That's Valentine's Day, 2026 at the Norva.
Yes, Valentine's Day.
K-pop, J-pop, hyper-pop. They got
All the pops.
all the fucking pops.
All the pops. See, it's all about like basically trying to like cast the widest net possible to get people that they don't normally go to these things and they come and want to have fun.
Bro, I'll be honest. Like this scene, this is an untapped scene in our area, bro.
Right.
There's obviously people that love this type of stuff, but like as far as like the creatives that I'm mainly around, which is I would say kind of the more known people out here, they're not really involved with this stuff. This is like a whole other side of the fucking spectrum that I think people need to tap into. Like, why doesn't Vega do shit like this, or like any of these other DJs? I guess every DJ has their kind of certain style.
They're trying to hit their mark, you know.
Yeah,
everyone's trying to hit what they're doing.
I love these scenes.
7,500 people, Selmir, that came to NecoCon last year. 7,500 people, you know, and that's one show. Yep. So it's like, it's out there, and plus, like, anyone that likes this type of fandom, I mean, you know, like Toonami. Did you ever watch that growing up?
I remember
on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, Dragon Ball Z and things like that. Did you ever watch things like that? Right. So, you know, so it's like, I just feel like it's always been there, but like turning it into something that like is making you want to leave your house and go somewhere instead of like eating cereal and watching it on Saturday morning or something like that. That's like the turning point, you know. And the thing that makes it better is also these anime conventions, it's not outside. So normally like music festivals and things like that, it's like weather dependent and season dependent. But this, you can have it all year round and things like that. So it's a lot.
I want to hear about how your Japan trip was too, because I think you went to Japan twice.
Yes.
Right? So tell us about that. But also, so you mentioned in the beginning when you started this DJ stuff, you're really just doing DJ sets with your wife and her friend dancing on stage, right?
Yeah.
So you're not doing original music.
No.
Since then, you've started doing original music.
Yeah, and they sing now too. They used to not sing. Now
you guys dropped 2 songs.
Yeah.
So what does your set consist of now? Is it you're still doing a set and you just kind of mix in your 2 songs somewhere?
Yeah, I mix in my 2 songs. I have a bunch of remixes of other songs that I've done where basically I kind of change it around and I add a better bass line and I add better drums and then I put like a lead on it, synth lead and things like that. Also covers that they sing, like popular covers that, you know, for the show that we're doing, we'll think about like, you know, what people like and stuff like that. But I want to do more and more and more music, but I want to be really methodical about it, and I want to, you know, every single time we drop a song, I want it to be, you know, exciting. And what was really cool was that when we played in Japan, there was people there that knew all of the words to our music, which was crazy. And Japan is like a totally bananas country, dude. The whole country is absolutely bananas. You should go.
I want to go.
You should go. And it's really, really amazing. The people there are so amazing. The food is incredible. Do you like Japanese food at all? Do you like fuck with sushi or ramen? Or
I don't like
that?
sushi. I like ramen.
Okay, then you like it.
Yeah.
And, like, do you like curry? Like, do you like rice and like beef and like that kind of shit?
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
What was your experience like there? Was there any like culture shocks?
Yeah. Oh, a lot. One of the things is, you know, that I keep coming back to is when you go to Japan, you just realize how much a lot of American people just don't give a fuck about themselves, about things around them. For example, like littering, like there isn't. I remember one time I was like at like a busy stoplight and I saw this guy in a car next to me take a whole big thing of McDonald's, like one of those big burlap McDonald's bags, just throw it out his window.
In Japan?
No, in America.
Okay.
And that's something that like people would never do in Japan. They do not litter. In fact, they don't really have that many trash cans everywhere because you're expected to carry your trash with you, which is another really foreign thing. Like when you have trash, how long does it stay on you when you're walking around? It doesn't. You just throw it in a trash can. But there, you carry your trash with you. I think
when you say they don't have trash cans, just like
they don't have trash cans there for real. It's
like
a thing.
Anywhere.
Maybe in some convenience stores, and the only reason is so you come into the convenience store and throw your trash away. That way you can maybe stick around and buy stuff.
Okay.
But they don't have it. Like in the subway stations and on the streets, it's like they don't have, like here they have trash cans everywhere. It's not like that.
Still trash on the ground. It's trash cans everywhere and people still litter.
Yeah, exactly. And it just really comes down to like a lack of shame, you know, like people, even like homeless people there, they still try and look together. They try and look, you know, like presentable in some way. People, they'll walk around like everything's hanging out. people don't give a fuck, you know what I mean, about anything. And, in Japan, it's not like that. Like another thing that's weird, for example, is that people in Japan don't sit on the ground. They squat. And it's just a thing. Like you never see anyone just sitting on a curb, sitting down. They just don't do that. But here they do that, because it's like it's your body. Like, why would you sit down on the ground? It's like unclean. And, squatting, it's like a better thing. For example, I think people, it's a homogenous society, dude. You're literally on an island and everyone looks the same and they're all coming from the same place. It's sort of like, camaraderie, right? Like we're all in this together, we're all on this little island. We have to keep it going. And here it's like the opposite. It's like the diversity is what makes America. Everyone being different is what makes America great.
Diversity is great, but there is some challenges to it.
Yeah.
So like in a homogenous society where, like we all were raised the same. We all eat the same food. We all speak the same language.
Yeah.
Or we all were taught the same traditions and morals.
Exactly.
Those things give you guys a sense of camaraderie.
Yeah.
So I think that is great, and that can allow societies to I don't know, maybe grow at a faster pace or stick together more or kind of be on the same page. Whereas like in America, we're always at each other's throats, and it is because we're so diverse.
And it was trying to be different.
Ideas.
Like the more different you are, the better.
We are different. Here we are different, and a lot of times that is a challenge for us to get on the same page about things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's an interesting point, though.
Yeah, really, really interesting. And the food is incredible. Another thing is like I like eating out there. So when you dine there, there's no tipping at all. No tipping at all.
That's how it is in Bosnia too.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that. And I don't want to ask you that about Bosnia too. Where is Bosnia? I don't even know where it is on a map. Is it in Eastern European?
It's in Europe, literally right next to Italy.
Really?
So Italy is right here. It's like the Adriatic Sea, and then it's Bosnia.
So how long were you there for?
This past summer, we were there for, was it 3 weeks? We were there for like 3 weeks. I took my girl with me.
Tell me about how is it different from here when you're going there in terms of like people or culture? Like, I know it's a million, but give me
similar vibes,
something.
homogenous place. So everybody's kind of, everybody has a sense of, I wouldn't even know if I say camaraderie. Everybody comes from similar backgrounds, so that's a thing. It's more like pretty much small town vibes wherever you go, because Bosnia is pretty much made of like small cities. There is bigger cities too. I don't know. It's a lot of things.
What's the food? What's the food like?
Bosnian food. So we have our own cuisine. We have different pitas like cevapes, grah, sarma.
So it's like rice, meat, pita. Veggie,
pita
like that?
is a type of maybe look up pita, Karen.
So it's not pita bread.
So pita is like it's pretty much like a flour that you make, and you can stuff it with like different things like beef, spinach. Like, it looks like that.
Oh my God, I never seen that before.
So it's like that, and you can just stuff it with different things. So I think
can you rip each of those out?
Yeah,
and you eat it like that.
Yeah, you can eat it however. But there's like famous ones are like burek, which is with beef. You got zelanca which is with spinach. You got one with
zelanca.
You got one with potatoes, with cheese, with chicken. There's like different ones. So that's like a traditional Bosnian meal.
Yeah,
another traditional Bosnian meal is cevapes.
Yummy,
Type in
looks Greek. Looks almost like Greek spinacopita.
Cevape. Yeah, cevap. So this is another traditional Bosnian meal. It's like these little beef, like little sausage links type
It looks
thing.
like
Go to the one with the bread. You usually eat it with like bread and onions like that. And like
oh my God, that looks fucking lit. And I love that they like onions like that, because like I think that's like another like other like European and Middle East people, they love onions and eat it. Like my dad, he'll literally like take a huge bite of an onion and then eat the next bite of whatever the hell he's eating.
Without even cutting his onion up, he just takes a bite of the whole onion.
Yeah, for real. Sometimes like that. It's like hilarious.
Yeah, so these, I mean, I don't know. It's weird.
So your family is there?
Yeah, most of my family is there.
Most of your family.
I have some family here. Like my mom's whole family is there, and then my dad's like half of his family is there. But I do have some. Like my dad has 3 brothers here, but the rest of his family's over there. I don't know. It's cool. Like the thing is with Bosnia, like.
Oh my God, I never even think about that part of the world at all.
Zoom in. So just see where Italy is. Italy is right to the left of it.
Yeah.
It's probably like a 6-hour drive from London or some shit.
What?
Yeah.
That's it? It's weird.
It's
Europe
Western
is
Europe. It's Western Europe.
Europe is so connected. You know?
The thing is with me with Bosnia right now, what's on my mind is continuing my education in the language and then keeping connections with my family from over there. So as an immigrant, I came here from Bosnia with my parents when I was like 4. We go back and we visit, summer times and shit. But like as I get older, I realize that that I need to build my own connection with my cousins and my family over there. So like when you're a kid going over there with your parents, like your parents are that point of connection between you and your cousins. Cause like we're going to like my mom's sister's house and like her kids are my cousins and like our parents are keeping us close. But like as you get older, you need to work on that relationship like within you guys.
Because then you have to actually make a relationship. Because there it's not really a relationship. You're just both there. But then you have to like actually as a human being connect with your family. And like you said, language, it can be a really hard barrier at times.
Yeah, so well, the connection with family and language. So me, I do speak Bosnian. But the thing is, I never went to school to speak Bosnian. And so I pretty much just speak Bosnian like my parents. And so there's like a lot of things that... It's just like if I was I feel like I speak Bosnian like a middle schooler. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like a difference between if you speak to somebody who's high school educated or college educated.
Right.
That college educated person is going to be able to express themselves in a little more detail, use like different words.
Exactly.
So I don't have that level of Bosnian language where it's like I'm like college educated. So the older I get, and especially doing a podcast where like over these 5-6 years, my English has gotten way better. Like I can express myself way better now than
doing
before
the show.
I started the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Because I've been honing in on expressing myself.
Yeah.
And I haven't had that same thing with Bosnian. So like my English is getting exponentially better, but my Bosnian is always the same. And it's even kind of getting worse because I don't use it as much. Especially now I'm like living with my girlfriend. So I'm not like talking to my parents all day and like hearing Bosnian all day.
Right.
So, like, that's something that's important to me. I want to work on that, and I don't want to lose that, and I want my kids to speak Bosnian. So, it's like, those are the kind of the two things that are on my mind when I think of Bosnia right now.
Do you also, when you go over there, you find out more about yourself? Do you see, like, mannerisms or different qualities and traits in yourself or in your family that you don't really notice until you go over there? And then you're like, oh, I'm definitely from here. And, these
kind of, yeah. I mean, a lot of us are, like, loud or, like, Bosnians are really sarcastic.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I'm a sarcastic person. Like, I'm always making jokes and stuff. I guess, yeah. Well, I guess back to you. So you mentioned you like going out to eat in Japan. Nobody litters.
Yeah.
Homogenous area.
Yeah.
What else you thinking?
Okay, so another thing. Let me give you like a super quick thing of exactly why Japan is wild. So, there's this girl that throws like events in the genre that I do. Right. So before I went to Japan, I was like, hey, I saw that you do events and, it'd be cool to meet up with you. And she's like, yeah, I'm doing an event at this tiny little brewery with like maybe 11 people were there. Okay. Yeah. So we go to this tiny little brewery. Right. Oh, great. I'm just, sorry. I'm like in it. So we go to this tiny little brewery and I walk in and there's a guy and he's a DJ and his DJ name is Good as Gold, which I thought was like, I love that name. I'm like, Good as Gold, you know?
This is in Japan, right?
Yeah, this is in Japan. And so, but I didn't even see him play. And we talked for maybe 8 or 9 minutes just, about bullshit. Hey, how are you? Oh, you're here. Oh, you're a DJ. Oh, cool. How long are you in Japan for? This is the first time I was in Japan. So I gave this dude my Instagram. Long story short, he kept in touch and was like, hey, how long are you in Japan for? So 2 weeks later, he took me and my wife out all day and took us to restaurants and museums and spent the whole day with us. And I always was thinking all year, like, who the fuck does that, dude? Who meets someone at a bar for only you get a cursory, like surface level conversation with the guy. And then 2 weeks later, he spends the whole day with you. It's crazy. Who does that? And it's like been like that. The people there, they're so generous and sweet and kind. And I feel like I don't do that. Like if I meet someone new and if I get their Instagram, I'm not going to I don't care about them anymore. You know what I mean? I'm just doing my own life and doing my own thing. And for, that to happen and We DJ'd a show together actually this year. So a year later, I came back and we DJ'd together, and that's like another thing that's really cool. Also, going back on going out to eat, not only do you not tip, but how it is when you walk into a restaurant, they seat you and then they leave you alone until you say, "Excuse me," or it's "Sumimasen." So you go "Sumimasen," and then they go "Hi," and then run over to you and then give you service. So in America, you walk in, they seat you, and then they circle around. Okay, do you want a drink? And then they circle around. Okay, you want appetizer? And then they circle around. Here's the food. Circle around. How is the food? Circle around. Here's the check. Right. And then also, if you want something, I mean, have you ever had it where you want ketchup and the waiter, you're like, "Oh, can I?" And then the waiter doesn't see you, and then you're like, "Oh, I guess I'm not having ketchup." You know, unless you go and like chase them down. But in Japan, it's not like that. Like they come to you right when you want. You're like, "Excuse me." They run over to you and they get you whatever you want. So it's better because then they're not like checking up on you all the time. So then sometimes you forget to like, you know, you're like, "Oh, where? Oh, okay." You have to call them over. But I think it's like a way, 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 way better way of doing things, because then it's like they're not wasting a ton of time like getting the timing of juggling 6 different tables, you know, of where they are in their eating, you know, timeline of when you need to go and see, oh, they need their water filled up and, oh, they're going to do. And then another thing that's really, really popular is ordering on your phone. So they have like QR code that you pull up the menu and you order there, and then like the food just comes out to you. And that's something that you can't do in America, I feel like, because a lot of times you don't do it on your phone. You do it with like tablets, and people in America would steal that shit. You know what I mean?
The tablets?
Yeah.
Well, who has tablet? I think it's not Texas Roadhouse. Chili's?
Also, Yard House has these.
Yeah.
But those are like official. I'm talking, these are like actual little iPads that just free float sitting on the table there.
Yeah, well, a lot of people started doing the QR code thing on the tables here during COVID, but I don't think you could order. It would just kind of just to see the menu.
Yeah.
You just have to order with the person.
Yeah, because for whatever reason, printing out menus had something to do with coronavirus.
Did restaurants in Japan figure out how to give their fucking employees a livable wage? Because there's no
hope
tips.
So, you know, I think
there's no
so.
tips.
And the food is really cheap. I mean, the dollar's so strong there. That's like another thing. Like here, a big bowl of food is like a big nice thing of food is like $18 or something like that plus tip. But over there, it's like $4, $5.
But what's the income though? That's the question.
I don't know. Like, I really don't know about like, you know, everywhere we went, it seemed, you know, whether we were in, you know, a wealthy part of the big cities and whether we were in a rural area, you know, it seemed, you know, you can't tell if I only got like glamorized tourist view, even though I tried really hard to not get that and go to where normal people, you know, live and eat and stuff like that. But it's more developed than a lot of America. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, we see these places in China and Japan. Like there's certain cities in China.
Oh God, they look like they're popping off.
Bro, it's like the future.
It looks crazy.
It looks insane.
Like Chongqing, I don't know, like Chengdu. Something. I know exactly what you're talking about because I saw this video and it looked like this is in China. Like I didn't know that China was like that, you know?
Like I don't think this is a controversial opinion, but I'm pretty sure infrastructure and architecture, America is not the leading country.
Yeah, especially with
they got those. I was about to say that, and the trains, and I think it's in China that go through the apartment complexes. You seen those? That maybe pull that up. Type in a train going through apartment complex
through the building.
This is fire.
Yeah, and another thing about the trains in Japan, it's crazy. They're dude, I've been in trains in Japan where it's so fucking packed, you can't even move.
But not one crackhead in sight.
And no one's even talking. Dead silent. Dead silent.
Is it even a train ride if you don't have a crackhead trying to stab you?
And I'm like laughing because it's like in New York. I don't know if you ever seen it. They'll be like, okay, everyone, like relax. You know, I'm gonna do a dance. You know, don't be alarmed. And then they're literally like doing, you know, like backflips and then walking around getting tips.
Meanwhile, in America,
they don't do that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in America, we have people getting stabbed to death and burned alive on trains.
It's fucked up,
bruh.
Yeah, going right through the apartment building. I mean, living there must suck.
Yeah, you just hear the train going by.
Yeah, but that's very
Bro,
cheap.
they have those new, I think it's also in China, they have those new speed rails. It's like, I forgot what it was, but they're like the fastest trains in the world.
Do you ride Amtrak here? Do you ever do that?
I've never been on a train.
It's awesome to go to DC, but they're slow as fuck, is old as hell, and is late all the time. And it's just bullshit. You know, like I should be able to right now get on a train and get to New York in like 4 or 5 hours. You know?
Yes.
I should be able to do it.
All this is cool. Architecture, infrastructure, homogenous society, people on one page. But are you allowed to say fuck the president?
There's bad things, you know. There's
That's
a lot of
what I'm
bad
saying.
things there. They're perverts. Japanese people is very, very perverted, man. It's the media, like anime. You ever heard of like lolicon? Do you know what I'm talking about? Basically, okay, dude. Like for example, we saw a vending machine, and vending machines in Japan is another thing. They're like fucking everywhere, and they have a big vending machine culture there that you can buy food and like anything you can think of. I saw a vending machine where it was filled with handwritten notes of someone writing from a little sister to her big brother. So then you buy, when you go up to the vending machine, you see like a picture of a girl, and then you put in which one you want, and you get a handwritten note from her, and it's her saying, "Oh, big brother, you know, I can always count on you. You're always there to protect me. I love you." And like people buy that. You know, it's really, really strange.
Wait, what do they buy it for?
Because they like, you know, the connecting with people there, relationships, dating is very, very, very hard.
Is that like a sexual thing?
Yeah, it's like a. Have you ever heard of like a big brother little sister complex where it's like you're almost like it's like a thing where like, you know, like an overprotective big brother that's, you know, like, oh, like how you would understand it is like, oh, like you can't, like I'm not gonna let anyone date my sister, you know what I mean, type of deal.
Can you pull that up, Karen?
Yeah.
Type in Japan vending machines, little sister or the big brother note.
Yeah. Try that. And they also you can buy underwear, used underwear. And this isn't like in a back alley. This is like in a major concourse.
Well, I wasn't sure if people were buying those letters to like get like a sexual pleasure from it.
Exactly.
Or if it was like you didn't feel like writing your big brother a note. So it's like AI. It's like the AI version. You just get this like already handwritten note.
About
give it to your brother.
Having a society that's so starved for like
connection.
In a connection in any way that's how they're gonna get it.
Why are they so starved for connection?
Because the thing is very, very, people are very private there. They're can be very, very like, you know, like when you go to New York and it's so like faceless, like no one's going up to you and just saying like,
hey, how's your day? Yeah.
Hey, like, you know, like here, like when you walk into like a CVS pharmacy, there'll be some dude and he'll be like, how's it going? And then just, you don't even say anything. You just keep going. Right. But at least you like acknowledge that this human being like exists like in some way. Right.
In Japan, they don't do that?
No. They can be very, you know, but I'm talking like when you're like in public, you know, not when you're like at a bar or something that's like designed for these sorts of things. Also dating's really, 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 really tough there. It's got, you know, those Asian countries, like they have very, very, very low birth rate. People aren't getting married. They're not having children. It's like going to collapse their society.
That's a problem in the whole world right now.
Yeah.
Well, people aren't having
online,
enough kids.
everyone's like, oh, having kids is bad, you know, like, oh, I'm like breaking up with this guy because, you know, he's 6'3" instead of whatever. You know what I mean? It's glamorized independence, glamorizing, you know, family unit, you know, but it's true also. It's like a good thing. Like women, like the only way, you know, back in the day that you could, you know, like you don't go to school, you don't have your own career, and you don't have your own car, and you don't have your own paycheck. You have kids and you take care of the kids, you know. But now that women are becoming their own people and, you know, actually like, you know, being like an equal and part of society, is that whole part is flaking away. And it's like a lot of people like, why should I have kids when like I want to live my life?
Well, it seems like there's been an attack on like the traditional like nuclear family.
Definitely.
From like top down, even like from entertainment or politics, they're trying to weaken that family structure. Definitely. And then on the other hand, everybody just wants to live their best life. You know, everybody wants to get money and enjoy themselves. And it's like kids can get in the way of that.
Yeah, kids get in the way of you buying things, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to buy shit. They want to sell you shit.
I feel like they tricked, I don't know how, but they successfully tricked women into working.
Yeah.
I will be a stay-at-home dad any day, bro.
I'm like, you want to work hard? Is that really what you want?
Like, I would literally be a I wish my girl was rich. I would just stay at home all day and make videos.
Yeah.
Fucking watch the kids.
Yeah.
Like, I'm chilling.
It sounds great. For real. And then you get to connect with your kids more.
Because that's the most important job.
Right.
Like, how do you convince a woman that there's anything else more important than her raising the next generation?
Right.
What is more important than that?
Right.
The men we're at work to feed you so you can do that.
And then
that's the most important
turns
thing.
into everyone being miserable.
But the thing is, people are becoming miserable. Like, I mean, in a society where we're more connected than ever, we're more lonely than ever.
Yeah.
Suicide rates are up.
Yeah.
Like, people are feeling so lonely. I don't know what the stat is, but with the new generation, good positive thing is the new generation, they drink a lot less. Alcohol sales are going down. But they're having sex way less now. Like, there's a whole generation of fucking people that aren't having sex for real.
Taking more medication too.
Medicated.
But yeah, people are having sex less. Young people are having sex less.
Yeah, which
is weird.
That's weird. That's like the...
Yeah, that's what we're doing here.
Bro, I remember when I lost my virginity. I literally remember, it's 8th grade summer. I'm going into 9th grade. I rode my bike across town to, like, lose my virginity. Like, I rode my bike, like, 10 miles, if not more, like, to this girl's house.
I've driven to, 5 states away to fuck a girl.
See, you different. That's a little crazy.
Yeah, I've driven, for sure.
That's a lot of gas money.
Did I regret it? Absolutely.
You driving home like feeling
I'm basically right when I'm done, I'm like sitting there like, why did I do this? I'm so far away. I have to.
I'm like, meet me halfway. Let me get a hotel.
Let's get a Motel 6.
But yeah, I don't know. It's weird to see how these advancements in technology affect us as a society. But even on the birth rate thing, like, that's happening across the world. Like, I've heard a lot of people talk about it and how quickly it can happen. So there's like a certain birth rate. I think it's like 1.6%.
That it has to
whatever it is.
above.
If your country doesn't sustain that
You're
in like 3-4 generations, you lose half the population. And it's like over like 50, 60 years, you have like no people.
Yeah, and Social Security is...
And in China, they had the whole policy where you couldn't have more than one kid, I think.
And they're regretting that.
They're regretting that, trying to get people to have more kids.
They're paying, like, South Korea pays you to go out on dates. The government gives you hundreds of dollars to go out on dates.
I'm not sure how it is in Japan, but I know a lot of those places have like class systems. So like that makes your dating pool even smaller.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. Because, people, you want to bring someone good home to your family that, it all comes down again to people caring what their family thinks, and so you want to bring a guy or you want to bring a girl that's like a certain pedigree that's like good for your status and whatever it is, and over there that can be, blocking really, really tough,
What is this, Karen? Zoom in on that a little bit. A sustainable birth rate or replacement level fertility is roughly 2.1 children per woman.
Dude, there's no way that there's average women having
so
two
that's
kids.
also why immigration is so important to America. If we didn't have immigration, America probably would have been fell. The rate needed for population to replace itself without migration through though it varies by country. Globally, rates are falling, with many nations below this level, leading to concerns about shrinking populations, aging demographics, and economic impacts. While some studies suggest a higher rate might be needed for true long-term stability against random fluctuations.
Wars.
Maybe. There's a lot of wars happening right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of people dying. You ever seen those clubs in the Ukraine where it's like only women?
Yeah, all the men are at war, but the women are just at home partying.
Yeah.
There's another place, I think is it Sweden? There's a place where there's like not many guys there.
Yeah.
It's like all women.
Something like that.
Is it Sweden? It's like all just like fucking sexy women. It's like no guys. I don't know. So do you see yourself going to Japan again?
Yeah, I'm gonna go every year until I get tired of it. Yeah.
What's the plane ticket price and like time duration of the plane to get over there?
14 hours direct from DC. It sucks, but basically what I do is like you go like you like go really, really, really hungry, like starving, and then sit, and then right when the plane takes off, you just eat a fuck ton of food and then just pass out. You know, that's what I do.
I always have fucking trouble falling asleep on planes.
It's tough. It's tough.
I can never fall asleep on a plane.
How far is it to go to Bosnia?
It's about, it's like maybe total like 11, 12 hours.
And a good deal is $1,000 to $1,200 round trip on economy. That's a good deal. You know, what it normally is like $1,400 to $1,800 a person round trip.
That's peak season price?
Yeah, it just depends. Like, I'm going to get mine like a year in advance, so it's going to be cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's like going to Bosnia. If you get it in the right good, like, you know, time, you can get a ticket for like $700, $800.
Oh, great.
But if you're getting it like peak season, late, you might pay up to $1,500.
Oh, my God. And that's just for economy.
Economy.
You know?
I've never been in first class in my life.
Yeah, and you're a tall guy, so.
Yeah, it was funny on this last flight when we were coming back this summer. It was me and my girl traveling with my brother and his girl. And we all just got like random seating or whatever.
Okay.
And we get on the plane, and I'm in the they gave us the exit row. So, you know, we have unlimited leg room.
Right.
And my brother's right behind us with his girl. He's fucking pissed. I'm like, bro, I didn't pick this seat. Like, they just gave it to me. I want to go in first class. I was talking to my boy, Bobby Blaze. He went to Miami for Art Basel. And one of his boys, he has like something with the airline, so he gets like cheaper tickets. So he pretty much got like a first class ticket to Miami for $40. And I was hating. I was like, bro, that's fire.
Oh, my God. You just go in there and they give you a back rub and
jerk you off.
Yeah.
Want a hand job with that?
Yeah. The finest pornography on an OLED HD TV for you.
But no, that's really fire. I love that you went to Japan. I want to go there one day.
Yeah, if you ever go, let me know.
For sure. Another thing I want to talk to you about is I think you are the most entertaining DJ to watch in the 757.
Dude.
Bro, you are very animated.
Thank you, dude.
So into it.
Yeah,
like your dance
poses.
moves are fire,
funny.
Bro. I love it.
Thank you, dude. You know, I really appreciate it. I think that there's a lot of different schools of thought on how to go about it, you know, and I've seen a lot of DJs that, you know, you can't even tell that they're there because they're just, you know, stoically facilitating the job that needs to be done, right? But I think that, like, you know, if the person on stage, you know, should be the most excited person in the room, you know, the one that looks like they're the most happy to be there, you know, and then because that's how can, you know, like being more excited than the person on stage, because in the audience, they try and match you and then you go harder and then they go harder and then it's like this big, you know, snowball of energy. And that's the way that I wanted to do it. You know, I wanted to be, you know, over the top, you know, entertaining. Like people when they watch me, you see I'm jumping around. Moving all around.
What show is this?
This is MagFest.
This is 30,000 people.
Yeah,
this looks fucking insane,
it goes all the way back.
bro.
And then also a lot of people there. It's in a huge convention, and they're broadcasting my set on every single hotel room. There's like I don't know many thousands of hotel rooms in this huge convention center. It's at the Gaylord. So it's a big the Gaylord. Have you ever been there?
Never been to the Gaylord.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's fucking decadent. You know what I mean? And you know,
fucking decadent.
Yeah, and that's what makes this event really fun. It's so debaucherous, you know, because
you didn't have the girls with you?
They come out.
Oh, they come out.
Yeah. I like it. I like leading them on. I got the idea from rappers because you know when you see a rapper like they don't just come on. Like you have the DJ come and for like a half an hour DJ plays, rapper comes on, rapper leaves, and then the DJ continues to play for another half an hour and then leaves.
Well, also I guess I have seen people with like background dancers and dancers. They're not on the whole time.
Yeah,
they'll like change up the
then
set
it makes
throughout.
It lessens the impact. You know, is making it not as impactful.
This looks really fire, bro. Like the stage.
Oh,
like
no, the production was crazy. And the video they
really
took
good.
of me was amazing. You know, it was incredible.
Are they doing it again next year?
Yeah. Well, I'm not playing, but I'm going. I go every year. I've been 4 years, and then I got to play that year.
Okay.
You know, I'm just glad. Look at that.
So where is this at?
So in DC.
Okay.
And so basically it's this huge like convention center hotel complex that has like 3 different clubs in it, and you know it's a 24-hour thing, so it's like all day all night people are partying. Like that set you saw was like at like 1:30 in the morning until 2:30 in the morning. I'm also
that was fire.
playing 3 different shows in March that are all going to be sold out. I'm opening up for this guy named Sasquatch, which is interesting. He's this 7-foot tall dude that's in a whole Sasquatch outfit uniform like thing, and then he plays saxophone to his own music and then like popular EDM covers basically. And so we're opening up for him for
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So we're opening up for him for 3 nights in March in
Where's that going to be at?
Philadelphia, Richmond, and DC.
Hold up.
He's really popular. He's gone very viral. He's very, 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 very popular.
His look is definitely very unique.
Yeah. Well, that's why they like us, is because it's all about being a very striking visual on stage. You know, it's unmistakable. And it's funny, he puts like trees and stuff on the stage with him with like lasers and stuff, and it looks great.
Does he show his actual face, or is he like?
No, he's always like that. But
so nobody knows what he looks like.
I mean, I think people. He used to be playing. No, he doesn't look like that. He looks like I don't remember when I saw him. He didn't have long hair. Maybe that's what he looks like.
Oh, you've seen his face though.
Yeah, I met him backstage.
Okay.
I don't think it's one of those things where it's like, you know, Marshmello, DJ.
Isn't Daft Punk do that?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know what they look like. It's part of the mystique.
Yeah. I don't even know if you can get away with that in 2025, bro.
Some
people want to know so much about you.
Do. But then it's like if you pull it off, it makes it better because then you have like a whole concentrated internet sleuth machine.
Bro, I love the idea of doing something that's groundbreaking or like changes the world in some way, but like nobody knows your identity.
Yeah, being anonymous.
Bro, like Bitcoin, nobody knows who Satoshi Nakamoto is.
Yeah.
The person who created Bitcoin, nobody knows who that is.
Do you do Bitcoin? I just bought Bitcoin for the first time.
I've had it before. I've sold it. I got like some Dogecoin.
I don't know what I'm doing with it at all. I just bought it, and then I look on my phone every day, and it says my investment's going down. That's all I know.
That's all I know. With crypto, all you can do is like buy however much you're comfortable with losing, and then like I'll just sit on it for like 20 years.
Yeah, and then happens. Wait for it to.
Bro, I made like. Out of totally, because I started investing in Dogecoin like before it blew up. So I made probably like a good 7-10 grand off Dogecoin I pulled out. And actually I got a letter from the IRS earlier this year, and they were like, yo, you owe us like $10,000. I'm like, what? So I called the fucking office, and apparently there's only one lady at one office in Richmond that you could talk to for like the IRS complaints.
Oh my God.
Like only one person, so it's hard to get a hold of her. And I call her, and she's like, whatever. I forgot what the fuck she said. She's like, send us, if you think it's wrong, like send us a letter, and we'll like check it out.
We'll make it hard as fuck for you to.
So, but basically, I looked it up, and it was like, if you make under a certain amount of money, profit, because the way it works with crypto and all stocks is you only pay taxes on the profits you take out. So once you sell. And if you make under a certain amount, I forgot what it was, I think it's like 15 grand, you pay no taxes. And I made less than that. So I had to go back into my Robinhood account and like find all my files, like all my documents, like all my statements, and print them all out. I send them this big ass packet, and they send me a letter back saying like, don't worry about it.
Oh my God, I'm so happy for you, dude. That would have
I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to pay you guys back 10 grand? I didn't even make that much.
Yeah, it's weird. One thing entered my head. I want to switch gears for a second. Is you doing this live? I remember after we did this together. You did it at a concert,
Wayfest.
Yeah. So A, what was that like? And B, would you do it again?
It was fun. That was my first. So for people that didn't see it, we did a live podcast at Wayfest.
Yeah, pull it up.
Which is where Sexy Red headlined. I didn't get to meet her. I really wanted to meet her bad that day. But no, it was a lot of fun. I'd do it again. The only thing that I would do different this time is I would wear headphones. So when you do podcasts, which I've done it now twice in like a setting outside the studio where there's like a concert or something happening, it's just really loud. So like us as the people talking, we have to like scream to talk to each other.
Yeah, and you're trying to lock in, each other. You know? And
so like as a listener from like a listening experience, all you hear is just people yelling into a microphone. So it's not that good of a listening experience. Mm-hmm. So if we do it again, I would definitely wear headphones. I would have whoever's on the like my guests, I would have them wear headphones, and I think it'd be a lot better.
So how did you do that? How did this happen?
How did this happen? So the person,
look how many people were there?
The person that threw this festival hit me up. So I think it was Creative Nation.
You look
if I
so
remember
cool,
correctly.
dude.
Thank you. So like they hit me up. They were like, yo, we would love for you to do a live podcast at Wavefest. So I hit up my boy Kello. He throws like events. He does a lot of event stuff. So he partnered up with me. I got him on board, and we just like did this. And I had Carrie Ann on it with me. She's Batman. Sweet. Carrie Ann's really cool. So is Batman.
Dude,
this is a cool day,
great, dude.
Honestly, we weren't sure where our stage was gonna be. Like, we didn't know we were gonna be on the main stage like, what's going on? What, bro. We showed up, and they're like, you see they gave us the wall behind us, the TV.
It's cool.
They were setting that up when we got there. So like nothing was like really set in stone yet. So we were kind of just winging it, honestly. And they had us. We were set up right at the entrance, so everybody that walked in had to walk past us.
Oh, they're seeing you.
Yeah. But no, everybody had a good time. Everybody that was part of it with us, everybody had a good time. Yeah, I'd definitely do it again.
Yeah, I want you to do it again. You should do it anytime, like when, Clips coming to the Dome, you should be there,
That's tonight. They're actually performing tonight.
Yeah, with Gabe.
Gabe?
Which I thought was, Gabe Niles.
He's DJing for him?
Yeah, he's opening one of the nights.
I didn't even know
Isn't that crazy? It's so cool.
Fire.
Like, I love when anybody doing anything is like doing it. I think it's the coolest thing ever, especially in this area. It's hard enough to, be somebody in, big city, but trying to be someone in, like a fourth, fifth tier city, it's really, really tough. So it's so amazing that he's doing that.
Yeah, Gabe's one of those people that'll be tapped in with like, when Pharrell comes in town or Push or some of our bigger artists, they'll have him doing stuff with them. He was spinning at the Timbaland like release party thing. Yeah, a lot of us out here are I would say very close to that next step. Whatever that is, that next phase when we start getting nationwide recognition, I think we're close. And I think Off-Road is too. I think I see us next year, bro, breaking down a lot of doors. I don't know. It's been a journey, man. Like we mentioned earlier, it's been, people can feel burnt out. I haven't got to the burnout stage where like I want to stop. I've always consistently been doing stuff every week, but I have gotten those moments like, yo, am I doing the right thing? Like, could I be doing something else? Could I be doing better? And it's a struggle to keep going. But
it's not even about doing the show. Like what people listening don't understand is that what we're doing here is like 10, 15% of the work. And the other 85% of the work is actually editing it and then putting it out there and making sure it comes out.
That too, but the hardest part is the mental aspect of it. So like being able to be confident in yourself, even though like you're not where you want to be, like and whatever you drop, it doesn't get the reaction or it doesn't get the notoriety you want it to get.
It's hard.
So it's like staying confident and having that mental discipline to like keep doing it. That's the hard part.
And then, this is the easy part right here. A slow motion kickflip and getting 1 billion views. And you're like, what the fuck? I just had this famous person on, or we just did this really funny thing that was edited so funny, and it can be, but like you said, it happens too often to not, it's like the lottery. Every time you do anything, you post, you're literally at a slot machine pulling the lever and
ticket.
Praying to God, you know what I mean, that you get all the sevens,
But the positive side of it taking longer for you to blow up is that you have way higher of a chance to sustain that when it happens. So like now if we so like your friend, for example, we're talking about the guy kickflip. He had a viral moment.
Right. What is he going to do now?
What's he going to do now? Because his brand wasn't built enough to the point where it can sustain a viral moment.
Exactly.
Us, we have so much stuff out, so we get a viral moment now, and let's say you see a viral moment from Off-Road. You have so much content to go back and watch and become a bigger fan and like really get into our world that like that viral moment makes sense. Now we've made you a fan.
And you have it's like a funnel. You have 1 million ways that you're funneling people, because if you're like, if you like this, here's like all this other things that you can get into and all these other ways I can like sink my claws in you and get you and get you to love me.
Yeah. Hell yeah. TIARA, thank you very much. 3 shows coming up in March.
Yeah.
Opening for Sack Squatch.
Yeah, and headlining the Norva on Valentine's Day.
Headline the Norva Valentine's Day. Your podcast is about to come back up. What's the name of your podcast?
Galaxy Jams Reacts.
We need that 2026.
Yeah, you're going to be on it.
Don't make me send you a very strongly worded text message.
Yeah, I get mad. Make it a voice memo full of expletives.
Come on. Thank you very much, man.
Thanks for having me. I'm literally in love with what you do here, and I'm so incredibly grateful that you're choosing me to have me on your show again.
Of course. We're going to do it again. Thanks for bringing pizza. If you guys didn't know, he always brings pizza when he comes through, so we're about to eat some pizza.
Yeah.
We have one more episode before the New Year's, so yeah, if you've been watching the show, if you're watching still to this point in the episode, keep staying tuned what we do, man. We're booked up for like the first half of the year already next year, so a lot of stuff on the way. We're probably going to New York in January to do some stuff. Yeah.
Being able to listen to this show, and every time you listen to it, you're discovering someone that you didn't know until you listened to it, I think is so incredibly cool. And I love that you keep delivering that, because I remember before I was on the first show that you did, I looked at all the people that's on your show, and it's all people that they're all super interesting or popular in their own way, and I never heard of them, but they're all popular in their own different universe, and that's what I love. I like that more than seeing it. I'm like, oh, I already know that whole ring of people. It's awesome that you keep bringing, because I'm sure that a lot of people that they're listening to, they don't know anything that I do, and half the things that we're talking about, that I'm all about, and, I love that you do that. So keep doing it.
Come on. I will. I shall. Shout out to Karen Biru. You guys have a safe New Year's, man. Yeah.
Yes. Be easy.